ECU is going to leave one man back just in case Ice Pack wins this draw and can spring a man out.
And that's a great shot from ECU. Just ricocheted that one right past Ian Hutchinson into the net. Great, fantastic opportunity. They made the most of that. Devin Halko has the puck. He chips that one back ahead to Chris Solomon. Solomon already has 1 goal in this game already. He's trying to make something happen. He's crossing to the middle. He shoots and he scores again. Chris Solomon with the 2nd goal of the night for the Ice Pack. Both scored by him. Really just making that one happen all by himself. A great tip ahead by Devin Halko. Chance here. Riley Johnson just takes that one off the tip from Parker Zarek. Riley Johnson has an opportunity.
Alex Robinson.
Alex Robinson
Scores.
Alex Robinson just did a fantastic job there, taking the pass and making the goalie miss. He faked Graham Emmett out and did an absolutely fantastic job. A beautiful move there by Robinson. You can see the support his team has for him out there. Again, a returner from last season's squad, doing a good job here in this game. And that one's just chipped up right there. Riley Johnson just was taking that one slowly in front of the net and manages to flip that one up and in over the shoulder of Graham Emmett. Riley Johnson with the goal to the corner. Late Jadala clears that back out to Hugo. Hugo back to Jadala. Jadala across to the middle, but Solomon unable to get that one as that one goes in. Looks like Jadala tipped that one in, but Anna Stratov was right there. Didn't really see who will get credit for that one, but both of them involved right next to the puck on that play.
So you have a tough time right now tracking the puck after the initial stop.
ECU defense doing their best to protect Emmett. O'Rourke has that one. Pardon me, Parker Zarek.
And that is a goal.
Zarek gets that one in. Trying to find a seam. He and Parker Zarek in the corner. Matched up against Andrew Kirilov. And that one's right in. Riley Johnson with a shot.
Got a really good power move right there by Riley Johnson to wheel that net and sling that puck out in front to Robinson for him to chip it upstairs. Really,
it seems to me that Graham Emmett is really good at closing down with his legs. I mean, the upper half, as we saw Riley Johnson just sliding it over his shoulder earlier on in the 2nd period, but
great opportunity there for the Ice Pack. Laith Jadala fed a perfect pass from Ryan Kinney there. Excuse me, Chris Solomon. And at this point in the game, there's not a lot of time left in this one. Again, intercepted there by Matt Miller. Matt Miller trying to make something happen, dodges by.
Wow, see, that is the connection right there.
Really good work right there by Matt Miller to walk his defender and toe drag around him and slide that puck across the crease for an easy tap-in goal.
Back from this one, but you know they won't stop trying. This one taken away by the Ice Pack. Another opportunity out in space, the speed right there as he takes that one and puts it right in.
That would be Garrett
Arriere just doing a fantastic job there, using his speed to just jet out in front. There was no stopping him. An excellent game comes to a conclusion. The Ice Pack continue to roll over this ECU Pirates team. That'll do it for us here.
Hey Wolfpack, I'm Mary Bristol Schneider, and this is PackTV News. We've had a busy weekend for Wolfpack sports. On Friday, the women's club soccer team faced ECU on Method Fields here in Raleigh. The Wolfpack shut out the Pirates 4-0. Also on Friday, the Ice Pack faced off against the ECU hockey team. Last season, the Ice Pack was undefeated going into nationals with a 25-0 regular season record. On Friday, the Ice Pack was victorious over the ECU Pirates with a final score of 10-2. Coach Mike Gazzillo says he's very happy with the offensive play and with how composed the freshmen were in the home opener. Senior Ian Hutchinson said that even after an excellent season last year, you still can't overlook anyone. The team's next game will be at home on Friday, October 4th against Richmond. Saturday, the softball team took on Lewisburg. We have Abby Davis to tell us more.
Hey Wolfpack fans, I'm Abby Davis with PackTV, and today is NC State's fall season opener against Lewisburg. I'm at Dell Softball Stadium. Let's see how they play. Go Pack!
The Wolfpack threw the first pitch of the game with Nestor as their starting pitcher. Lewisburg was able to make a major double play in the 2nd inning. The first 3 innings were a slow start for the Wolfpack, but big names like Sam Gress and April Visor were able to step up to the plate and score home runs. The Wolfpack was able to continue the streak and had 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Overall, the Pack had great efficiency in their offense and defense by creating a high-scoring game for the Pack while keeping the Lewisburg Hurricanes at 0 runs. This was a great fall opener for the Wolfpack, and they were able to take home the win at 17-0.
That's all for today, Wolfpack fans. Thanks for watching. I'm Abby Davis with PackTV, bringing you into the Pack.
Also on Saturday, the men's rugby team defeated Georgetown 42-7. State proved that they are not resting on their laurels coming off a fantastic season last year, as they showed incredible depth as a whole team throughout the game. The team is currently number 15 in the nation, and as of this year is a Division I team. Coach Brian Ketchum said that the goal is to win the conference, and destiny is in their own hands. Saturday was also an exciting day for the sailing team as they won the South Atlantic Intercollegiate Sailing Association Conference Division title. Sophomore crew Olivia Gregg said the team is dialed in and looking forward to what is next. The football team traveled to Tallahassee, Florida, where they fell short in their ACC opener against the Florida State University Seminoles. Missed opportunities offensively are what ultimately led to the Pack's 31-13 loss. Coach Doran said he is proud of the way the defensive kids battled and that the team struggled offensively in a lot of ways. NC State used all three quarterbacks over the course of the game. Sunday, the men's club soccer team defeated High Point University 4-1. Referees did not show up, so the two teams decided to scrimmage, which ended at halftime, likely due to heat. I'm Mary Bristol Schneider, and this has been PackTV News, bringing you into the Pack.
Okay, just stay there for a second.
Okay.
Because what I want to do, go back to new one here. All right, just give me a smile for your still. Okay,
Awesome.
done.
What's up, Wolfpack? My name is Nick Clemente, and for this week's 60-second sound off, I want to talk to you guys about games being held in Reynolds Coliseum. I believe the NC State Athletics should schedule more men's basketball games at Reynolds Coliseum during the season. That we should only hold all of the Allen Conference games and cupcake games at Reynolds Coliseum. But even ACC play for PNC Arena, trust me, I know what you're thinking. You're all going to ask, what about the big ACC games like UNC, Duke, Clemson, and Virginia? Hear me out. My reason being that the atmosphere would just be so much better since the stadium is smaller and all the sounds echo throughout the building, making the game way more electric than before. Instead of at PNC when some of the games have no one in the upper deck. And then most importantly, the games would be very convenient for students to get to, who would live on campus, so why not hold it at Reynolds Coliseum?
What's up, Wolfpack fans, and welcome to my new show. In case you missed it, I'm your host, Leah Bruce, bringing you all of your NC State sport updates from over the weekend to catch you back up on everything you missed. The NC State Women's Club soccer team defeated ECU 4-0 in Friday evening's match with just one goal in the first before turning up their offense to put the Pirates down with 3 more goals. The Wolfpack hockey team also took down the Pirates in a dominating 10-2 win, giving them a 2-0 record to start the season. With 8 different scores throughout the match, NC State walked away with an easy win. Up next, the Pack will be facing Richmond Friday evening inside the Iceplex at 9:30. The NC State football team dropped its first ACC game of the season to Florida State 13-31 Saturday evening in Tallahassee. The Pack took its only lead of the game early on in the first with a pair of field goals before the Seminoles broke through with a touchdown pass for 43 yards. With a silent Wolfpack offense until the fourth, Florida State managed to stretch its lead to 24-6 before quarterback Bailey Hockman had his first career touchdown pass to Emeka Emezi. Next weekend, the Pack will have its first bye week, but will be back in Carter-Finley October 10th to host Syracuse at 8 p.m. The NC State volleyball team gave up 3 sets to Notre Dame, but the Wolfpack was highlighted by Melissa Evans in her 12 leading kills throughout the match. Evans now has reached double-digit kills in 13 of her 14 matches played this season, including 11 straight. Up next, the Pack will host UNC Chapel Hill Wednesday night at 7 p.m. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in to In Case You Missed It. I'm your host, Leah Bruce, and we'll see you back here next week.
I'm Savannah Russell, and welcome back to the weekly review on PackTV, where we highlight the top 5 news stories in NC State sports. Starting with number 5. The NC State men's golf team finishes in 7th place in the Maui Jim Intercollegiate this weekend in Arizona. The Wolfpack improving to that 7th spot in the final day of play and shooting 6 under par as a team. And number 4. With victories over Boston College and the College of Charleston, the men's soccer team continues to improve their record as they are now 4-2-1. Then number 3. The women's soccer team has improved their record to 5-3-1. The women went to number 8 Duke this weekend, ultimately resulting in a tie with the Blue Devils after a hard-fought double overtime. Number 2. The NC State women's cross-country team kicked off their season in a dominant fashion, winning the Adidas Cross Country Challenge. Senior Ellie Hines led the Pack to the victory, and 11 of the top 12 finishes were members of the Wolfpack. The men's cross-country team took 2nd overall and had 5 top 20 finishes. Finally, number 1. The NC State football team defeats Ball State under the lights in the Wolfpack's blackout game. The Wolfpack came away with a 34-23 win. The Wolfpack look ahead to this weekend when they will travel to Tallahassee to play Florida State. This will be NC State's first ACC conference game for the season. And our PackTV Player of the Week is Tazara King. The senior women's soccer player has been dominating the field and the ACC so far this season. This last week alone, she had 3 goals and 3 assists. And against ECU, she had 2 goals and 3 assists, totaling in 7 points for the night. That is all for this edition of the Weekly Review. I'm Savannah Russell from PackTV, bringing you Into the Pack.
Welcome, Wolfpack, to Upper Method Field here in Raleigh at NC State University. I'm Nathan Wyatt Ingram, joined by
Lily Mangrum.
and
Alex Caps.
and we are here as the Wolfpack women's club soccer team face up against Wake Forest. Today's going to be a good matchup as Wake Forest are 2-1-1 and the Pack are undefeated. Lily, what are you expecting for today's game?
Well, I'm expecting a lot because last time we were here at Method Fields, the Pack took on ECU and won 4-1. We have a lot to expect from Ann Lassiter-Barnes because she put up a lot of points for the Pack last game.
And Alex, how is the weather going to impact today's game?
The weather shouldn't impact today's game very much. It's not hot. It's a beautiful day. It's perfect weather for soccer.
Absolutely. I'll be right back.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
We purchased the land about 3 years ago, and there was an old farmstead on there with trees. We were going to clear the land so we could farm through it. We thought we knew where the pipe was and it wouldn't be a problem, so we didn't call to get it located. The work on our property led to the damage of a light crude pipeline. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it could have been much worse. Calling 811 and clicking before you dig are free services. It only takes minutes and can save your life.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your one-stop shop for all things Wolfpack. Located in the Ridgewood Shopping Center off of Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop recently expanded from 2,400 to 5,400 square feet. Whether you're in need of tailgating essentials, decals and magnets, home goods, apparel for people of all ages, or sporting goods, the Red and White Shop has it all. Stop by today for your NC State needs.
This university is on a march to achieve our full potential.
We help empower each other to dream big and do big.
That's why I really love our slogan, Think and Do. When you get these folks from NC State, they don't mind rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty.
Companies want to hire NC State students.
We make something impossible possible.
We've been equipped to go out there and do great things and to change the world.
It's in the DNA of the place. We're here to think and do the extraordinary.
Our son Arjun was 6 weeks old and already had his first intestinal surgery when he was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. CF is a rare, genetic, life-shortening disease that affects every organ in the body and makes breathing difficult. At age 3.5, Arjun looks completely normal, but on his belly are scars from being in the operating room 9 times, which can be a reminder of our family's daily fight to extend his life. Thanks to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, we know we are not in this fight alone. When the foundation was founded in 1955, children with CF rarely lived long enough to attend kindergarten. Today, thanks to the foundation's groundbreaking research, advocacy, and care, some people with CF are attending college, getting married, and starting families. But there is still much work to be done. Until CF stands for Cure Found, for all people with CF, including those like my son Arjun, we will not stop. Help us add tomorrows. Visit cff.org today.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
This university is on a march to achieve our full potential.
We help empower each other to dream big and do big.
That's why I really love our slogan, Think and Do. When you get these folks from NC State, they don't mind rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty.
Companies want to hire NC State students.
We make something impossible possible.
We've been equipped to go out there and do great things and to change the world.
It's in the DNA of the place. We're here to think and do the extraordinary. This university is on a march to achieve our full potential.
We help empower each other to dream big and do big.
That's why I really love our slogan, Think and Do. When you get these folks from NC State, they don't mind rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty.
Companies want to hire NC State students.
We make something impossible possible.
We've been equipped to go out there and do great things and to change the world.
It's in the DNA of the place. We're here to think and do the extraordinary.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Welcome back, Wolfpack, to Upper Method Field here in Raleigh, NC State University. I'm Nathan Whitingham, and joined by me is
Lily Mangrum.
I'm Alex Caps.
We're here for the women's club soccer matchup between the NC State Wolfpack and Wake Forest. It is going to be a good one. The weather, as we talked about earlier, is going to be quite cloudy for today's game. Looking nice though. I'm excited for it. Last time the Wolfpack played was on a Friday night, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Was that cool or was that warm? That Friday, Lily, you were there.
It was cool because it was at night.
That's good. That's good. And they played against ECU, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good win for them. And we have that on our YouTube page as well. That's PackTV. So, Alex, what are you looking forward to for today's match? Well, obviously, NC State are undefeated. So, what can you what do you feel about that? Is that good? Is that confidence for them, or is that maybe a bit of overconfidence that will damage them?
Go either way, really. If they're too confident, then it will definitely affect them and harm them. But you always got to have a little bit of confidence when you come out here and play, or if you don't believe in yourself, you definitely won't win. So I think it should turn out well for them.
Yeah, well, I like that what you said there. If you don't believe in yourself, you can't do well, you can't succeed, and that's a great positive mindset, especially coming from someone who's involved in the club sport at NC State, right? So tell me about yourself a little bit.
Well, my name is Alex Caps. I'm actually the president of the club basketball here at NC State. We just had a couple games yesterday at University of Wilmington. That went pretty well.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. Nice to have you here with us today on the broadcast as our guest
good to
color.
be here.
So as we're looking to start off the match here, the referees are in blue. They look like they are officials this time. The last men's game we had no officials, which was a shame. A real shame, as they only played half a game. Very hot day that was. 4-1 was the ending score at halftime. So NC State will have the kickoff there in white, Wake Forest in black. Captained by Carson Key. The Wolfpack are looking strong this year. And they're live. Pass back. Deciding to go out wide with the pass on the wing. Callie Creech, great player. Very fast, very quick feet. Passing it inside. Ball is just dwindling away back to the Wolfpack. Still in possession. Moving the ball down the wing. Wake Forest now have the ball. Swinging the ball around the back. It's good to see them controlling the game so far at the beginning of this game. Oh, good little tackle. Referee, I said wearing the blue is good because you can really see the contrast between the teams. Sometimes there'll be colors that throw you off a little bit with referees. Usually yellow is the decided color for most referees, but blue's a good one. That'll be a Wolfpack throw. Decent turnout here today for the Wolfpack. We got some good parents out here. Nice to see that support thrown in. A little bit of trouble there getting the clearance. Dunwell to win the ball. Can she strike on goal? Oh, just over the bar. It's a great effort. Wolfpack coming out strong. A lot of dominance so far. Goal kick for Wake Forest. Not too far on the distance there. Hansen plays the ball out wide. Ball's gone forward quickly. Can she get a touch on the ball? Doesn't quite reach it. Look at the work ethic there, though, Alex. Look at that. Isn't that just fantastic to see? Aggression like that. Ball still in. Kept in well by Nicole Kohlberg. That is now out for a corner. Good defending from Wake Forest there early on in the game. It's looking like it's going to be an even matchup, I think. I believe that's Hansen to put the ball in from the corner. Ball goes in. It's a decent delivery. Can he get a flick on? Nope. Wake Forest have done well to get that out. Ball's gone back out wide. And that'll be out for a Wolfpack throw. Referee's looking very professional there. Decent flags as well. The correct symbol. It's always good to see them taking their job seriously. Good throw in. Down the line. Trying to find the pass inside. Can't quite do it. Deciding to go backwards. Always a good idea to reset sometimes. Pass the ball back to Lauren Hayes, number 7 for the Wolfpack, who's almost given the possession away, but the girls have managed to win the ball back there. Good header. Back to Hayes again. I think she's going to be influential at the back there. It's good to have a strong, solid centre back who can control the game and really read what's going on. Thrown in. Trying to find gaps there on the wing. Oh, does what a turn. And again, great defending. Poor first touch there from number 9, Alana Jefferson. Couldn't quite get control of the ball. But now, Wolfpack are moving forward. It's a great through ball from Alana Jefferson onto the number 18, Savannah Salas. Just not quite fast enough to reach that and gain good possession. That would be a goal kick for Wake Forest. Lily, you played soccer in high school, right?
Yes.
So on a goal kick, what do you prefer? Long ball, nice out short pass wide?
Well, often when you send it long, it's hard to gain possession of it.
Yeah.
Unless you do it correctly. So
sort of a 50-50 challenge, right?
Yeah.
So they opted to go short there, so I guess they kind of took your advice.
Right.
Keep possession. Good pass in the middle. Good strength, little ball through from number 13, Caroline Wright. She get a ball across. It's a nice cross. There is time in the middle. Hansen can't quite turn. Shot off though, and it's just trickling into the goalkeeper's hands. Not quite good enough, but decent work there from Anne Lester Barnes. As we said in the pre-game, Lily, that she played really well last time.
She did.
Yeah. So hopefully we're seeing something from her as a star player for the Wolfpack. Moving forward now with some pace, but the defenders are just faster than the attacker. Cleared out wide. We don't have last names to Wake Forest team, but we do have first names, so we're going to try our best to get that for you. So if we are just referring to them by their first names, that is why. Decent clearance out, but only as far as number 1, Avery, for Wake Forest. Deciding to play the ball through, but couldn't quite reach past Hansen's strong feet. And Lester Barnes, look at the speed on her. Touches by the goalkeeper, taken right out. The referee, no whistle. I thought there was some connection there. Alex, you had a better view than me. Was that clean?
No, the goal, yeah, it was clean. The goalkeeper made a good play, for sure.
Good, good, good. It's nice to see that. It's good to see good sportsmanship as well on the field. Thrown in low. Ball's gone back out again. That'll be another Wolfpack throw-in. Nicole Kohlberg just sitting on the top of the 18. If that comes out, I'm expecting a screamer. Ball comes in, there's an attempt on goal, off the post in the goalkeeper's hands. Another attempt there. Well done from the goalkeeper for Wake Forest.
What a save.
Keeping it there in her hands, nice and safe. It's good to see that hard work there. Multiple opportunities from the Wolfpack to put the ball in the back of the net, but just not quite good enough to beat the keeper. Decent punt forward, accurate as well, but the first touch is not great, but the Wake Forest still have the ball. Good touch. A little move. He's very saucy, but too strong there is Hansen with the tackle. Ball's gone out wide. Again, the defense just on top form today for the Wolfpack. Cassie Nelson for Wake Forest there, influential in winning that ball back. Attempt on goal. The goalie's way out. Wake Forest have a strike, and that's rolled into the back of the net. Completely chipped the goalkeeper. That's a fantastic composed finish from number 14, Nikki, for Wake Forest. Real shame that the goalkeeper's position was completely off. Completely took me by surprise. Decent finish, though. Goalkeeper's positioning was a bit off there, Alex. Coming out so far.
It was.
Right.
They were out very
and also
far.
a little bit off to the side.
It was
right?
a good ball by Wake Forest. So
yeah, it was a great finish, too. Very composed.
Yeah, very composed. No panic.
No, not at all. And sometimes as a forward, you do have those times as you panic. Because I'm sure in basketball as well, when you're going for that three, you're never quite too sure about it.
Everybody's looking at you.
Exactly. All eyes are on the player with the ball. That is what happens. My eyes are following the player with the ball right now. Number 24 for Wake Forest. Orion, I believe.
Great ball.
Ball out wide now. Doing well to keep the ball. Good defending from the Wolfpack again. Resilient as they have been today, letting out one goal pretty quickly. Emily Hager in goal. Positioning was quite off for that. But I'm sure she will impress throughout the rest of the match tonight. Today. Sorry, it is definitely not the night. We're still in the morning. It's 11-11, actually. Ball's come in. Wolfpack need to get rid of this ball here. Get it out. Decent clearance up the field. Accurate as well to go as far as her winger. Look at the speed coming out there. Look at, wow. But round one. And Lassiter Barnes absolutely pounding through the defense with her long legs. Can she finish now? Straight to the keeper. Good defending there from the goalkeeper. Really getting down low. Getting her foot to it. Using any part of her body to make sure that ball goes out of the goal and not in the back of the net. Superb work. Kind of loose in the midfield. Kicks it forward. Wake Forest deal with that. Get that out of play. Substitutions here for the Wolfpack. Number 6, Carson Key, the captain, will be coming on. And number 22, Kylie Quinn for the Wolfpack. It's interesting to see what kind of difference they make to the game. Callie Creech coming out. And I'm not quite sure who else is coming out as well. Can't quite see. Ball across. It's a lovely curled pass. Ball's been cleared out by Wake Forest. So it'll be a throw for Wolfpack. Alex, a big throw can sometimes be something very useful. You don't see it as much in the women's game or in the men's game. But do you think that if they managed to put the ball in the box from a throw-in like that, it'd be super deadly?
It is very deadly. And actually, in my 2 years of experience with soccer, that was probably my best skill.
Yeah, long throw?
Yeah, the long throw.
Yeah.
I was used for that a lot. Probably from my got that skill from basketball, probably.
Yeah. Well, it's good to use that, the different skills you learn from different places and incorporate them into, whatever you're doing at the time. I know in my high school career we had a very famous long throw we would do. It managed to get right on the penalty spot, which is fantastic and very deadly, and it's basically having a corner every time you ever throw it.
And a lot of defenses will.
They don't know what to do with it,
They
right?
don't know what to do, and they play that ball right out of bounds, avoiding the corner, and it turns into a corner anyway when you have that long throw.
And we almost had, more success from the throw-in than actually the corner because
it's easier to
easy
put it
throw.
accurate.
Yeah,
accuracy
it
is a
quite
lot
easier.
easier to get down with a throw than a kick.
Wake Forest have possession back now, moving forward on the right wing. Cleared out, right for our stuff. Oh, didn't quite get there, but it hit right underneath our table. We are all good, though. I wasn't going to dive over our table. I'm not that agile. Thrown in by number 1 for Wake Forest. That's Avery. Back to her again. Good ball forward. Bouncing, making it difficult for the defender to deal with it. And that's bouncing as well. The field is looking very bouncy as Ann Lester-Barnes passes the ball back there. It's a decent ball forward. Can you get a touch? Not quite. Hanson not quite tall enough. Quite have the hops for that one. But does manage to play a decent ball out wide to the wing. But Wake Forest clean that up like no problem. And this is another opportunity for a throw in here as well. Do you think maybe if they, took some time in practice, Alex, and, practice those long throws, maybe?
I think so. She got a long throw in there to the box.
That was a decent throw. That was pretty good distance.
I think
Not quite successful, though.
With arm strength.
You think? Is it something, you hit in the gym, and it comes
I
from
do
that?
think it does come from that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, most of these players have the throw-in technique down.
Yeah,
They
it's good to see that, because sometimes that people do have those foul throws. Their foot comes up, they don't put the ball all the way behind their head. That's something definitely in the youth game you have to definitely kindle and bring up from the ground. As a lot of players don't understand that you have to keep both those feet on the ground. Ball has to go completely behind the head, and it's one fluid, swift motion for the throw-in.
That's what makes it so hard to throw it so far.
And coming on the field, Casey Bardier for the Wolfpack. And coming off is number 18, Savannah Salas. So that changing the attacking players there so far. Nothing in the back four, but maybe they're trying to just get something different. A little bit of chemistry up the top. They are undefeated, but right now they are down 1-0. So it's difficult to see how they're going to, combat this. And they already have a couple attempts towards goal. Nothing necessarily dangerous except for that one chance where it was kind of pinged around the box and the goalkeeper smothered it up, but nothing promising so far. Lily, do you think they're going to have, more opportunities from outside the box or inside the box today?
I think inside, because Ann Lassiter-Barnes seems to be pretty good at dribbling it in and taking on the goalie herself.
She's a clinical finisher. That's good. That's good to have as a player. And you can see her work rate already is quite high. She's going for those tackles, trying to really mess the defenders up, win the ball back.
Yeah, and she's an underclassman.
Yeah, that's fantastic to see that youthful energy, come through and show on the field. As Wake Forest now move forward down the field, but that's good defending again. Look at that, superb. Done well. I think that's a Wolfpack. Don't know. I would have called that the other way. It looked like it kind of defected off the Wake Forest player. So a throw for Wake Forest again. Avery with the throw in. That's definitely a foul throw in my opinion. Ball did not go behind her head. The referee didn't pick it up though. So, as we mentioned just a couple moments ago, the throw in is difficult to get, and sometimes the referees don't call it all the time. And if you don't stay consistent, you're going to have those issues. Complaints from all sorts of people, and especially myself as a referee myself. I like to stay consistent with my calls and throughout the levels and the age. You want to be fair to all.
Being a referee is a tough job.
It is. Nobody likes you at all.
Nobody likes you.
No. But, it's a good day when a grandparent comes up to you and they thank you or something like that, because that always warms my heart, getting that kind of praise. Good tackle there. Strong work there from both players. Called for Wake Forest free kick. The referee decisive in that nature. Ball forward. A lovely ball forward. Could she attempt on goal now? Does what to flick the ball off. Great work again from the Wolfpack defense. That is offside. But let me just highlight right there. Nicole Kohlberg working back to do well. Referee put his flag down there, so I guess the ref decided to play on with that, but definitely was offside as the linesman put his flag up. Avery, some good passing there. Ball stays in slightly. Good touches inside. Tries to pass it in, back outside again. That's good to go in and out quickly. The passing's been decently precise when it's on the ground so far for both teams. Kind of iffy once it goes in the air, though. As, of course, it's difficult, especially on this field. It's very bouncy and bobbly. Not the flattest surface. But both teams seem to be doing well with the conditions of the field. I think it is helping to have such a cool day as well. It's lovely soccer weather. The ball goes forward there. And Lassiter-Barnes just unable to get her wheels going there. Ball's coming towards us again. This time, not close enough to the table, thank goodness. Was not quite ready to jump for that one. Lauren Reynolds on the field now, and Sydney Zaka. Thrown in. Going for that long ball, but not quite. Curling out there, couldn't quite get there for number 12, Sydney Zaka. Just unfortunate. Too much curl. You know, when you're coming across the ball like that with the inside of your foot, you do happen to get that inside of the foot curl. Maybe, Alex, did you ever manage to master the outside of the foot technique?
I never did master that technique.
No?
That's a very skillful technique, especially
Absolutely.
the shot with the outside of the foot.
It's spectacular to see, though, when it does happen.
It is spectacular. It's a beautiful goal when that happens.
Ball's gone out to the right back. Swinging the ball around the back. I do like to see that control from the defenders, showing their, technical prowess, as it be, on the ball. It's good to have defenders who have good touches as well as the aggression. And I mentioned that with the men's club soccer team as well, having a goalkeeper who is good with their feet. It's nice to see that. Coming on the field now, number 2, Lauren Larissa, and number 15, Sarah Hitt for the Wolfpack. Lainey Larissa, excuse me. Number 2. Just misread that handwriting. Apologies. So Carson Key and Kylie Quinn off the field now. They were only on there for a short amount of time. Maybe they're just some super sub, Inject some energy into the team. Still 1-0 to Wake Forest here. I'm not quite sure the time. The scoreboard is not running today. Been having some issues with that lately, apparently.
NC State has many more subs.
Yes,
Wake Forest
the roster is much larger, I will say that, yeah.
And they're subbing very frequently.
Alex, you were saying you didn't have to have a maximum that you could take for club teams?
They do not have a maximum for the club team. You can have you can have practice players who only come for practice and to make your full-time players better and to fill spots for full-time players if some players can't make games or whatnot. We actually have 28 people in the basketball club. That's the largest it's ever been. So, no, there is no max. You could take as many people as deserve to be on the club.
Yeah, that's nice to give opportunities to people who do deserve to be it and who are willing to work hard and have those practice players to, help better everyone. And I think they really appreciate the opportunities that the club sport allows them to have, whether that be practice or playing games, traveling. It's all a good, fun experience. And you could definitely see that with all the club teams that we do cover here at PackTV. You can see the smiles on their faces and the enjoyment they have from, making new friends and being able to do what they love. So a Wake Forest throw. Down the line, decent throw, good range on that, but not quite good enough. The Wolfpack doing well to gain possession back. Good passing around the back there. Need to switch the play maybe. Can't quite get the ball through. They'll be out for Wake Forest throw again. Distance on that again was good, but not quite controlled or accurate enough to really come of anything. Cleared out. That's a good ball forward. That was definitely the right decision there, Lily, is to get the ball out of the back. Maybe perhaps go across the field next time?
Yeah.
It's good to switch the play, because, as the most of the team for Wake Forest was sucked over onto that far side. If she just came out here for number 2 for NC State, Lainey Larissa, she's just standing out here waiting for the ball. She's craving that cross so she can tear it up on the left side here. Good ball from Wake Forest. See that switch of players I was just talking about. The forward goes through. Can she shoot on goal for her second goal? That's right in the back of the net. Great finish for number 14, Nikki, for Wake Forest. Lovely composure again. It's great to see from her. That's 2 goals now as it's 2-0 here at Upper Method Field. Wake Forest dominant. This seems to be the biggest challenge so far that NC State have faced. Being down 2-0 at this time in the first half is depressing almost, and it's just encouraging, especially being undefeated so far. Alex, as a club athlete, how much does that damage your confidence?
It is damaging to have your family and friends out here watching you and PackTV out here commentating for your game and to be down, especially after being undefeated. And I think you can see it in the NC State soccer players already in their faces.
Yeah, you think you can see?
I do. I think they came out in the beginning of the game very feisty and aggressive, and I think they're just slowing up now.
I do think that maybe the quality of the play may increase or decrease because, when you're down a little bit, you change the way you play slightly. You're trying to get goals back. So whether it is you leave 3 defenders instead of the 4, you push up slightly higher, you take a few more risks because you are down. So there's not much more you can lose except more goals. But you want to push forward. You want to score a goal. Do you think that will affect the quality of the play?
I think it will have a lot to do with the way the coach reacts and what she decides to do with their formation, how many to keep back and how many to push up, and just the demeanor of the coach. Is she gonna give up, or is she gonna motivate these players to keep playing hard?
I think that's something maybe we'll see at halftime as well. Will there be an inspirational speech or something that will really, push these girls to work harder, clean their touches up, make some better passes? I mean, already we're seeing a lot of hard work from both teams. It's good effort. It's definitely not out of the question here. But I just think Wake Forest have had 2 great opportunities. They finished both opportunities. There's not much the goalkeeper could have done about both of those goals. Slightly out of position for both of them, but, the finishes were composed anyway. Right, and number 14, Nikki, on the ball right here for Wake Forest. She's a good player. She's in and out. She's quicker than the Wolfpack defense, I think. She's stronger, and she just manages to find her way through. And that's so important as a forward to get those opportunities. And Wake Forest still with possession, looking very dominant right now. Good pass again to find Nikki. Good little move. Can't get by. Ball in, though. It's a cross. Almost hitting the back post there itself. Wolfpack need to get the ball out. Thrown in. That'll be out for a goal kick for the Wolfpack. Oh no, that'll be a free kick it seems. Not quite sure what that call was, didn't quite see that. Ball's gone forward, decently long kick. State have the ball. And that's cleared out. And Leicester Barnes unable to get her wheels going again. I think the Wake Forest have figured that out though, right, Lily? And they've seen that she's got that speed. And you've seen that firsthand before as well against the ECU. How important was that when they had the ball moving forward?
Well, Ann Lassiter seems to be a target always for moving forward to get a goal for the Pack. So I think Wake Forest has figured that out, that she's their star player, and they've learned to handle her and keep her tied down.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of getting the ball out. As soon as it reaches her, they crash down on her. Because if she does let loose, she will probably blow right by those defenders. So that's a good tactical decision from the defenders. Just get the ball out, slow the game down, get more defenders behind the ball. And as the sun is peeking through the cloud right now, as you may be able to see on your screen, slightly warmer. Still not hot though, which is nice. Good soccer weather. It's cool, calm, and not humid, in my opinion. Wolfpack back with possession. Chance to move forward. Does well to find her feet. She's blown past the defenders now. Can she finish? Straight at the goalkeeper. But that's a great save nonetheless. And they can't quite clear the ball. It's a bit of a mess there. Callie Creech trying to get in front of the goal. Couldn't quite get a controlled touch on it. State need to keep this momentum up to put a ball in the back of the net. 2-0 here at Upper Method Field. And coming back on the field is Tessa Hansen, a very influential player in the midfield. Controls the game well. Really good at that last year as well. The first touches she had were all exquisite. And just passing the ball was very good. It's good to see that coming back. Returning as she is this year. That's a long throw. Looks like that's going to be a corner kick. It is. See, again, as we talked about earlier, that long throw can be so important. Whether it is, winning the ball off the first time or just getting the deflection off. Because if you have a chance to have the ball again in game possession, and the corner is dangerous as well, anything can happen if the ball's closer to the goal. Anyone can kick it in, anyone can knock it in. It doesn't have to be perfect. Ball's gone into a lovely corner, but that's just gone out behind the goal. I couldn't quite see that too great. I thought that looked good from my perspective, but not perfect at all. It's nice on that side of the field. You do have to have a sort of an in-swinging corner if you're going to use your, or outswinging, excuse me, if you're using your right foot, and the other side in swinging with your right foot there. Some teams will have, a left-footed player who can whip the ball in, so nice to have an in-swinging corner both times. I prefer the in-swinging corner myself, as it comes from out to into the box. It helps momentum as well when you're heading the ball towards the goal. Outswinging is a bit different. You have to, change the direction of the ball. Equal and opposite reaction. Ball's gone forward now. Can she strike? Left-footed effort. Great save by the goalkeeper. But just straight at her again. That's multiple attempts now the Wolfpack have had. They've just not really challenged this goalkeeper. And I don't want to take any credit away from her because she's done well to handle anything that's been thrown at her so far. But, on the other end of things, Nikki, number 14 for Wake Forest, has put away 2 finishes that she's had with no problems. She put it away from the goalkeeper both times, and that's the difference right here.
I think the amount of shots on goal is pretty even for both teams.
Yeah, I would say so. Seems like both teams have had equal opportunities, but Wake Forest just put them away. That's out, the Wolfpack throw. All the players just taking a breath for the moment as the ball is picked up. Is it rolled towards the fence near the car park? To the right of your screen, thrown in now. Ball's going up in the air. Difficult to bring those balls down. Good little touch there. Hansen trying to find a way through. Good pass forward to the forward. Oh, little dink there. Callie Creed struggling to reach it. Look at that aggression though. Pure rage in her eyes as she knocks that Wake Forest player down. Love to see that. Ball's gone forward. It's a decent goal kick. Nice height on that one. Still not too much distance, but it's getting far enough. Accuracy is important too. And Nikki unleashing that speed and strength for Wake Forest. Oh, can't quite get through. Good defending. Gone out to the wing. I love the call in their communication from the Wolfpack there. Number 18, Savannah Sowers, calling for the ball on the wing, but just the ball forward not quite good enough. Again, using the inside of her foot. Left back, kicking the ball out of bounds. Too much spin on it. The communication is good to have, though. It's important to have for any sport, really. But soccer is so important, communication, because, there's times where you're looking down at the ball. You're looking away, and to hear someone from your team call for the ball, a bit of direction, a bit of help, it helps a lot. Especially when you have a defender coming at you and you're dribbling with the ball. You're not quite paying attention to anything behind you. It's nice to have someone yell at you. That's a handball. Ref did not call that though. Straight at her hand. New handball rules this year and for FIFA. A lot of different added things. There's quite a few changes this year as well. You have to be aware as a referee with the new goal kick policy as well. The ball does not have to be kicked out of the box on a goal kick before a team with the possession can receive the ball. Very interesting for developing youth as well, because they have difficulty kicking the ball out of the box sometimes. So it'll be interesting to see how that impacts the game there. But that's another attempt towards goal from Wake Forest. Number 16, Emma, just blasted that one wide, straight as an arrow, but not on target. Not a worry for the Wolfpack goalkeeper, Emily Hager. This will be a goal kick for the Wolfpack. Both teams are opting to go long now with their goal kicks. That's much longer than the Wake Forest one. Reaching half field. Very dangerous. She only had to beat that last line of defence there. It's a good, decent ball forward for number 1 for Wake Forest, Avery. But no one is there. Nikki just not quite trying for that one there. Passing the ball around the back. Again, winning the ball back. Well done there. Ball in, lovely cross. Defended well. Hansen now will collect the ball. Not quite. Wake Forest working hard to win the ball back. Love to see that in high energy from Wake Forest. You can definitely feel their presence And you can feel that they're winning 2-0 still. It's definitely obvious, in my opinion. But NC State now have an opportunity with Ann Lester Barnes. Look at the pace as she moves forward. Puts the ball across the goal. Callie Creech not quite fast enough or long enough to get there. She has quite a short stature, so, a couple extra inches might have helped her there, but that's okay. She still gained possession back, and State still have the ball. Can she swing it now? Does just that. It's a lovely touch. Unfortunate there that it rolls off her. Now Wake Forest with an opportunity with Nikki, number 14 for Wake Forest. Look at her move quickly down the line. Ball across. It's almost on frame. Keeper does well to cover the whole goal. Substitutions here for State. 4 players coming on, and Wake Forest also substituting their forward, the 2-time goal scorer, Nikki. Changing their forward here. Do you think this will impact the run of the play?
Yeah, I think that's a bold choice. She's had the only upsides to this Wake Forest offense, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The defenders are playing her with the long ball, and she's beating the.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't think anyone else has really helped Wake Forest more than her. There wasn't really that much of an assist. Of sorts,
really,
she just managed to do everything by herself there.
And she chased it down and put it in herself.
Yeah, both times. So there's not really much anything else going for Wake Forest in the attack in front except from giving her the ball. But maybe this new forward will provide some different depth to the team. Number 25, Caitlin for Wake Forest. Be a Wake Forest corner. I'm liking the animation from the Wake Forest bench, though. Not sure if that is coach or something, but he is definitely into this game. Ball came into the back post there. A little touching it from the player on the back post, but just to the back and the side netting there on the outside of the goal. So it'll be a goal kick for Wolfpack. Deciding to go short. Could have predicted that, though, because she has not taken any long goal kicks. There's a bit of defenders doing that for her. So Wake Forest have read that well. And Lazda Barnes plays the ball into the middle, does well to find her own teammate. Ball's through now. Tessa Hansen, could she do well with the ball? Defense is too strong there, but Ann Laster Barnes is not far behind. On the left side now. Strike on goal. Ooh, just wide. Skimming past the post. I have goosebumps myself. That was a close one. That'll be a goal kick for Wake Forest. They're going to sub as well. Number 4, Sophie.
Like someone's hurt on Wake Forest.
Someone does look there in pain. I think that's number 20, MK. That is what we have her name down as the roster. She's on the ground. Trainer coming on. It's good to see that they have the trainers here, though, isn't it? It's nice to see that we have that sort of resource here at NC State University. Alex, have you ever had, encountered any bad injuries on the club basketball team?
I have, actually. Last year at our Battle of the Brickyard, number 4, the tournament at NC State, we actually had a kid. I'm not exactly sure what happened to him, but he ended up having to leave on a stretcher.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he just got taken out after he was going up for a shot, and the defender took him out, and it was scary. It was bad. I felt bad.
Did you find out if he was okay?
I never did find out if he was okay. He did not return to the tournament.
Wow.
His team kept playing in the tournament, but I did not hear the news on that.
Well, we hope he's okay, and it's good. Obviously, they have trainers there as well at that tournament. It's good to have those sort of resources to make sure people are okay. Because, in these sports, there's a lot of contact these days, and especially with the worry of head injuries. And as of recent, really, there's a lot of movement towards safer play, protecting people's heads and their brains. There's a lot more research that's come out about that. I know that in the youth soccer age, you cannot head the ball until you're over 12 years old now. That came in, I think, last year, that rule. So it's pretty influential as well. It changes the way you learn, really, because heading is such an important part of the game.
It looks like MK just got the wind knocked out of her.
Yeah.
Pretty hard.
Well, that does happen, from time to time. That's just falling down and you get the wind knocked out of you. A ball hits you in the stomach or in the chest. It's just one of those things. It's all part of the game. As unfortunate as that is, injury does happen. As long as we don't see any broken bones here or something like that, I'll be okay. Nothing sticking out of, the skin, No shin bones coming out. Don't really want to be seeing that. Lily, have you ever experienced, any bad injuries in your soccer career? Other people or you?
Yeah, I actually got a concussion in one of my last years of playing club soccer.
How does that impact you going forward, as an athlete? What is the decision when you get a concussion? Is it stop, keep going?
Well, I didn't want to stop, but it does make you more hesitant when
Yeah.
being aggressive when you're heading the ball and
Yeah.
playing.
I think that's frustrating as well because, you want to play as hard as you can. And just as hard as these Wake Forest players are playing right now, streaking down the field. As a team as well, the unit moving forward, it's fantastic to see.
I'm surprised they haven't provided a way for these players to know how much time is left in the half.
I'm sure the referee probably has his time. Yeah. Yeah.
Because they should be getting close to halftime.
Yeah, the center ref will have the time, both linesmen as
3
well
minutes.
will also have the time, but center ref's time is what usually is the decided one. But it would be nice, have the scoreboard out here, for our sake as well, because, we can't talk to the referee. The players can ask the ref, but we can't. So it would be nice to know, because let's see the way that the time also impacts the way players play, closer to the end of a half. Sometimes the energy picks up, sometimes it slows down.
Mm-hmm.
I think NC State really need to finish this half off strong. Being down 2-0 is very upsetting going into the second half and the break, but you got to end off hard, and then start the second half strong as well. And Wake Forest right now streaking down the right wing with that substitute striker. Good ball forward. That's definitely a handball as well. Ref not seeing it. Balls and pass into the middle. Flick forward from Tessa Hansen. It's a lovely ball through. She has an opportunity here. Alana Jefferson, she has a player in the box. Cuts back. Finds Hansen again. Oh, that's just not quite good enough, is it? Let me down a little bit there, but it's good play from the Wolfpack. Good to see them moving forward with some aggression and high intensity. Need to finish better. And I like that Tessa Hansen is going for the opportunities. She's trying to get a goal. But sometimes it's best to be unselfish in those opportunities. Pass the ball off. Let someone else have a strike.
NC State's strikes at the goal just need to be a little more powerful. They're not getting a leg
and the ones that
behind
are powerful have been inaccurate for the most part. Going wide a couple times. One over the bar at the beginning of the game. Jefferson not quite quick enough. Great tackle, in my opinion, there. Getting the ball there. Number 23, Ponga for Wake Forest. Throw in. Good throw. Hansen kicks it up in the air. No one's there. There really needs to calm down a little bit on the ball. Can't quite release the ball there, but stay strong. Finds a defender out wide. That's out for a Wolfpack throw. Wake Forest pressing hard with their defense. Wake Forest have the ball at midfield. Good quick turn. Passes back, goes wide. Good decision there. Back in the middle. I'm liking the use of the triangles here for Wake Forest. That is something they teach you at a young age in the sport of soccer, is to find those triangles when passing. It's good to see Wake Forest using that quite a lot to their advantage. Passing the ball around the NC State players like it's nothing. Does well to win the ball out the back. The sun peeking more through the clouds now as it's slightly heating up here at Upper Method Field. That's definitely out for a Wolfpack throw. Yep, well done for the referees to catch that. Kind of difficult to see. Almost looked like it's a deflection, but that's definitely a Wolfpack throw. So a little bit of confusion for both teams. Number 19 for NC State taking that throw in. Was it Ellison Luthen? That'll be a Wolfpack free kick. And Master Barnes doing well to win that as she now moves further into the box. Hopefully maybe they can get ahead on the ball here. Something towards the goal will be helpful before this second half, the first half ends and the second half begins. Ball's gone to the back post, just rolled out. Maybe that was an opportunity to shoot from there. Would you have taken that, Alex?
Not personally. That was a long way away.
Yeah.
But I mean, if someone on the NC State team has a leg for it, I know I don't have the leg for it.
You know, I think that's a good opportunity. You know, put it on frame at least, because the goalkeeper, we don't really know how good she is because we haven't really seen anything with power. So if you could put the ball on frame at the keeper's hands, even make her push the ball back down to the path of the attackers, and Lester Barnes can put that away. I have confidence in her right there, and she can finish those for sure. If we've seen anything from her before, she's a clinical finisher when it comes down to it. She still has not had any opportunities really to unleash her foot onto the ball and put the ball in the back of the net, but maybe we'll see that in the second half. I believe there is a slight incline in this field. NC State are going uphill at the moment, so maybe when they switch around, they'll be going downhill, change the way the game's going a little bit. It's not too much that is drastic, but you know, it's noticeable from my eyes, so I'm sure it is kind of noticeable while playing the game. And that is the end of the first half. 2-0 Wake Forest as they come out triumphant after this first initial 40 minutes. Both teams playing hard though. And as the sun is coming out here for the second half, it'd be interesting to see how that impacts the game moving forward. Anything from you two?
No, I'm good. NC State needs to step it up a little bit and make this a real game.
They do. I definitely think they need to come back harder in the second half. They've got to put away their chances. Their passes need to be cleaner. But overall, it's been decent so far. We'll be right back.
Our son Arjun was 6 weeks old and already had his first intestinal surgery when he was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. CF is a rare, genetic, life-shortening disease that affects every organ in the body and makes breathing difficult. At age 3.5, Arjun looks completely normal, but on his belly are scars from being in the operating room 9 times, which can be a reminder of our family's daily fight to extend his life. Thanks to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, we know we are not in this fight alone. When the foundation was founded in 1955, children with CF rarely live long enough to attend kindergarten. Today, thanks to the foundation's groundbreaking research, advocacy, and care, some people with CF are attending college, getting married, and starting families. But there is still much work to be done. Until CF stands for Cure Found, for all people with CF, including those like my son Arjun, we will not stop. Help us add tomorrows. Visit cff.org today.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
This university is on a march to achieve our full potential.
We help empower each other to dream big and do big.
That's why I really love our slogan, Think and Do. When you get these folks from NC State, they don't mind rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty.
Companies want to hire NC State students.
We make something impossible possible.
We've been equipped to go out there and do great things and to change the world.
It's in the DNA of the place. We're here to think and do the extraordinary. This university is on a march to achieve our full potential.
We help empower each other to dream big and do big.
That's why I really love our slogan, Think and Do. When you get these folks from NC State, they don't mind rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty.
Companies want to hire NC State students.
We make something impossible possible.
We've been equipped to go out there and do great things and to change the world.
It's in the DNA of the place. We're here to think and do the extraordinary.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Welcome back, Wolfpack, to Upper Method Field. It is 2-0 here at halftime. Wake Forest are up. They've scored 2 goals, both by the same player, number 14, Nikki, for Wake Forest, managing to get through the defense with quite ease here in the first half. Both teams are playing hard, though, so it's, nothing down to effort, but definitely going to be a tough one for Wolfpack to pull back. Alex, this weather, the sun is coming out a little bit now. How do you think that will impact the game moving forward?
I think it could impact Wake Forest a little bit more than NC State is. NC State has many more subs. I think Wake Forest could get a little heated out here and get a little tired out.
Yeah, absolutely. The heat definitely does have that kind of effect, draining effect. Luckily, it's not too hot, but the direct sunlight might, challenge some of these Wake Forest players, as they do have, not as deep of a roster as NC State. We'll be right back in a minute.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your one-stop shop for all things Wolfpack. Located in the Ridgewood Shopping Center off of Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop recently expanded from 2,400 to 5,400 square feet. Whether you're in need of tailgating essentials, decals and magnets, home goods, apparel for people of all ages, or sporting goods, the Red and White Shop has it all. Stop by today for your NC State needs.
Hi there. You might wonder what a famous Hollywood celebrity like me is doing reading in the dark. Is this some new sort of Hollywood method acting? No, this is quite real.
Did you know that Americans use about 4 times as much energy per year as the global average? We waste energy left and right, despite the fact that the dirty fossil fuels we use to power our energy sources wreak havoc on the natural world and destroys valuable wildlife habitats.
By reading with my solar-powered night vision goggles, I'm saving energy and looking sleek.
You don't have to sit in the dark like Ed Begley Jr. to save the world. Fight climate change by speaking up for cleaner, smarter energy, including rooftop solar.
Oh, that's way better. Oh.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
This university is on a march to achieve our full potential.
We help empower each other to dream big and do big.
That's why I really love our slogan, Think and Do. When you get these folks from NC State, they don't mind rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty.
Companies want to hire NC State students.
We make something impossible possible.
We've been equipped to go out there and do great things and to change the world.
It's in the DNA of the place. We're here to think and do the extraordinary.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
What I decided between. Welcome back to Upper Method Field here at NC State University. Wolfpack are down 2-0 to the Wake Forest women's club soccer team. It's going to be a good second half, though, I hope. Both teams have had a decent talk with their coaches, something just to get them going. I'm expecting a bit more from NC State here in the second half. I'm slightly out of breath at the moment. I'm trying hard to not to show it because I've just been juggling the soccer ball. Fun to do. I love doing that. Get some good touches on the ball anytime I can. So Wake Forest will have kickoff. Referees not quite ready though, I don't think. So we'll probably have to wait for them. They are actually, I think, outside of the fence. So they've just walked to their cars. And there's something referees sometimes do. You know, they don't actually get their stuff on the field. They go back to their car. Personal preference, I like to keep my stuff right in the middle of both teams. To establish dominance sometimes. As a referee, just to show, you know, my authority. A lot of referees don't like to keep their stuff near the parents' side because sometimes things go missing. As sad as that is. But that's true. You know, if you do something that upsets someone, that's the way it goes. For me personally, I just like to put my stuff near the coaches and the teams. Because, you know, I'm playing as well. As much as they are. Someone just... The Wake Forest coach just whistled and the team started. But, you know, referee's still not on the field. They look so excited. I love that. Love that they're here ready to play. Great energy here at Upper Method Field. Lots of laughs here. Love it. Refs now walking onto the pitch on the right side. Can't quite see it on your screen. But they are slowly walking in. They've probably had like a half-time conference. It's good to have those as refs as well. Make sure you're all on the same page. See if there's anything that the central ref has missed. Any tips and tricks that they can give each other. And make sure there is good communication between the three. As of course they can't quite speak to each other during the game. Professionally now that the referees will use headsets and stuff, which is great because they can have conversations as they're going. Make sure they've made the right call. Change their mind if they have to. But right here, you know, it's all about the use of the flag and consistency. So as I said, Wake Forest will kick off now. The sun is out. The ball is live. 2-0 still in the second half. As we get going, 40 more minutes. And that's rolled out of bounds. That'll be a Wolfpack throw. Looking as if she wanted to throw that back to her defender there, but she's gone down the line anyway. Good flick on. Oh, good defending as well. And more header. Lots of headers in a row there. 3 it was. Good defending again from State. Ball's gone down the line. Superb clearance from number 8 for NC State. Nicole Kohlberg. Wonderful work. Didn't amount to anything though, but that's okay. Just get the ball out of your half sometimes. Punt's gone long. Strength from both players there. Wake Forest need to find an outlet there. Gone backwards. Sometimes a smart move, sometimes not. Ball's been passed across the back. That's dangerous. Swinging the ball around the back. That does happen quite quickly sometimes, and that's very useful skill. She's gone down there, tripped herself up. Coach loving that from the Wake Forest side. Good to hear that encouragement, whether it is sarcastic or not. State need to clean up their defence, really. They need to clean up those touches and those first touches. When it's, you know, they're trying to clear the ball. Bouncing off each other. Lack of communication there from the Wolfpack. It's a lovely cross there from number 9 for NC State. Alana Jefferson. She played left wing in the first half. Now it seems she's sort of more in an attacking role. More down the middle. Ball's gone out for a Wake Forest goal kick.
NC State seems to make a goalkeeper change.
They have, yeah. They have a second half goalkeeper. I believe that's Anna Poston. I believe the Wake Forest keeper is the same. Not quite sure though. She's wearing just a penny. So maybe they've changed that. I can't quite see the face there or any numbers, so it can't be quite that much helpful for you. Sorry. Oh, push in the back there from the Wolfpack player. Kind of dirty, but that's alright. Ref didn't see it. All part of the game, really. That's a long ball. Not quite getting through that brick wall there. Oh, my word. Challenge there. Questionable. Referee let it go. Passes the ball wide. Somehow gets to her. Trying to go through the defender. It's not quite going to work. It is impossible to phase through people at the moment. Science has not quite caught up to our imagination, unfortunately. Or maybe that's for the best. Good touch to the left foot. Oh, tries to strike. Great tackle from number 23. Ponga for Wake Forest. And now Wake Forest have it on the right wing. Out for a throw. Did you see the strength in that challenge, though? Impressive.
It was impressive.
It's fantastic to see the energy and the aggression as a defender. And the technique, too, to do that so cleanly and well. Again, passing out the back there is not successful for the Wolfpack. They've not been as good with that. At number 14, Nikki does a little bit of skill move, flicking the ball above her defender. Try and get by, couldn't quite do it. Still nice to see that ability. Ball's gone long. Loving the communication from the Wolfpack now as they're pressing forward. The Wake Forest defender does just the right decision there. Orion passes the ball out of bounds. That's good sometimes just to get it out, but NC State are not wasting any time there. They know they have a certain amount of minutes left, and they've got to score at least 2 to get themselves back in the game. But I think 1 will get momentum going now. Dribbling down the left side. It's a good ball forward. The Wolfpack had an opportunity there, but that first touch was just not quite good enough for number 22, Kylie Quinn, for the Wolfpack. So it'll be a Wake Forest throw.
Does club soccer have overtime?
I don't think so.
Or they end in a tie?
See, usually when they have the scoreboard, it would just go 40 minutes break, 40 minutes break, and that's it. Because it has that, that siren, just as the varsity level does as well. Now, I don't know today with the referee on his watch, will he decide to, add some stoppage time? I know sometimes you don't want to as a ref, and sometimes you do. It all depends if you had to stop a game. They haven't really had to stop the game, though, that much. There's just the one injury, but really not much time was taken, so I'm guessing it'll probably just do 40 and 40 anyway. There might be set rules for that. I'm not aware of those, but they probably just do 40 and 40, yeah. And that's out for a State throw-in. Nikki, number 14 for Wake Forest, could not quite get that under control. So long throw from number 8, Nicole Kohlberg. She's had some good throw-ins today for NC State. Playing in that right back position. That's now out for a Wake Forest throw.
There's a change in the offensive players for Pack 2.
Yeah, you can see that because Enlace Barnes is no longer on the field. And they've changed that. Now they're playing Alana Jefferson up top. As I mentioned, she was playing on the wing closest to us, the left wing, and now she's playing center forward. Chance to spread her legs there, but could not quite do it. Trying to get into that gap and reach the through ball. Couldn't quite get there. Wake Forest now have an opportunity. Playing the ball through, and Nikki, can she finish now? Does well to get it on frame. Keeper does well to save that and recover it back. Very well done from the new goalkeeper, Anna Poston, for NC State. Ball's gone out wide. The passing is cleaning up a little bit, and I spoke too soon as that's gone out of bounds. Shame is you want to keep possession there, especially when you're moving forward. Wake Forest did not have that many defenders back. They had an opportunity to move forward quickly. They really should have taken advantage of that. Shame they didn't. Throw in. Strong, fast-paced throw in. Sometimes difficult to control, so not really sure what the idea was with that. Long ball forward. I've noticed State do that quite a bit, that long ball. I don't think it's as successful as they want it to be.
It seemed pretty successful when Ann Lassiter Barnes was up top, but...
Yeah, I think with that pace it helps. Strike opportunity now. Trying to move it to her left foot. The defender came in, stopped her from using her right, so changed feet there, but couldn't get the shot off. And again, look at the work rate, number 14 from Wake Forest, Nikki. She's been superb today. 2 goals in the first half, maybe more in the second to come. Good throw forward, headed out again. She'll have the throw in again. I think that's very important, Lily, as you said, with Ann Lassiter Barnes on the field as a forward. Having that extra ability to move quickly on the throw balls and the long balls is so important. If that is your main idea of attack and the way you go about it, it's good to have that speed. And with the depth of their roster as well, you would imagine that they would have maybe another player who's similar to that. And maybe Alana Jefferson has that skill set, but we haven't had the opportunity to quite see that yet. Most of the through balls have not been played sort of close to her. They've been out wide. And as we talk about her now, she'll be coming back on the field with Callie Creech and Lassiter Barnes. Opportunity to see her speed plus defenders again. Be exciting. Wake Forest controlling the ball well in the back there. Oh dear. She just kicked that right out. That was interesting. Be a sub now. Callie Creech, number 1, coming on, and Lassiter Barnes, number 23, coming on the field. But that is 2 pacey players, for sure. I remember last year, I think Callie Creech had multiple goals in a game here at Lower Method Field. She played fantastic. Can't remember who that was against. But her speed was definitely an asset for this Wolfpack side. Nikki doing well for Wake Forest, continuing to keep the ball. Lovely ball across. It's a decent touch. Going long again. Has one player forward. Keeper collects that calmly. Anna Poston doing well there, commanding from the back. Good distribution as well to her left back. Lovely throw. So important to have a goalkeeper who can distribute well and quickly. Nothing has come of that now. But Wolfpack still have possession. The passing is getting slightly better. And I've said it twice now, and it's not come true. Not come to fruition. Shame, really. But I'm sure there's still time for improvement in today's match, and that comes with the season as you move forward.
The second half goalkeeper seems to be more calm and acting as a leader more.
Yeah, it's definitely a good observation. I do agree with you with that. She's, calmer when she's handling the ball and coming out, and maybe that's because she's older. I'm not sure. I don't know if the difference is between the two of them, but it comes with experience sometimes. And the chemistry with your back line is important to have. Being able to talk to your defenders and then read exactly what you want them to do, and those connections are important.
So being that one is a first half goalkeeper and one's a second half, which one tends to be the stronger goalkeeper? Which do you put in first?
I don't know. They had that, decided before. And hold on a moment, as Alana Jefferson is moving forward with the ball, and they're losing possession, but they're still working for it. And Lannister Barnes couldn't quite get the ball. And back to your point, I'm not quite sure what you do, because it depends on, how you think the game's going to go. If you think this is going to be an easy game, maybe you put your second string goalkeeper in first. Maybe you believe they're at the similar level and you just, plays a different half. They had already told us who was going to be playing first and second half. So that was set from the beginning of the game that they were going to play a half each. Not quite sure why. A lot of the times people don't switch out the goalkeepers. That's not, not usually a normal thing, but as you want everybody to give a chance to play, you give those opportunities to players. Tessa Hansen now on the field for the Wolfpack. Short throw this time. And that will be another Wolfpack throw. Needs to try and turn, maybe go inside, needs help. Good strength from the Wake Forest defenders again. Wolfpack still have the ball. Ball's going to cross, trying to find Callie Creech. Wins the ball. Good communication from those two. Now Tessa Hansen, she's moving forward. Strike on goal. Look at that distance. Great attempt from Hansen, number 17 for the Wolfpack. Stretching the goalkeeper there. Really making her extend to her full extent there. Good save though. Pushing the ball out for a corner kick. I believe that's Hansen as well to take that. Takes the shot and then the corner. Hopefully someone can get on the end of this for the Wolfpack. Ball's come in. Headed on. And again. Opportunity on goal now. No. Cleared out by Wake Forest. Straight into the parents. It's a good set of hands there in the crowd. Stopping that ball. Glad that was not coming at us. Oh, and Callie Creech not quite getting a good touch on that throw in there from number 8. Nicole Kohlberg. Thrown in. Oh, Callie Creech not quite getting in there either. Attempted for it though. I like the aggression and the intensity. Chance on goal now. Oh wow, how'd she get through there? Puts the ball away. Beautiful finish. Great hard work there from Ann Laster-Barnes. Did you see how she managed to get in behind the defenders? That first touch round the goalkeeper and calm finish from Ann Laster-Barnes. Wonderful job from the number 23 for NC State.
They seem to be pretty confident in her if they can get the ball in her feet.
Yeah, absolutely. And it wasn't even like an easy pass either. She really had to work for that goal. And I'm happy for her that she managed to work and, get the reward for that. A good finish too.
Hopefully that can lift some spirits.
Yeah, and do you think, Alex, that will really turn the game around now and they'll have more momentum?
I think they should have some more momentum. That should give them, pick their heads up a little bit. They were looking a little down, a little slow, in my opinion.
Maybe that goal is a rejuvenation for them, the fountain of youth for this Wolfpack side. And Hansen doing well. I think she really set off that play with that strike on goal. That lovely effort and then the corner kick. Everything was going uphill from then. And you can see the energy she's showing there as she defends well to win a Wolfpack throw.
Getting a little wind now.
Yeah, a little wind as well. The stuff on our table's moving around slightly. And Lester Barnes getting in there again. Callie Creech winning the ball. Well done from her. Little hop over a Wake Forest tackle. Gone out wide now. Ball's gone forward. How on earth has she reached that one? Does well. Keeper comes out well. I believe that was Alana Jefferson. Look at the speed there. As we mentioned earlier, it's good to have more than one player who's got that, you know, burst of acceleration and those long legs that can really reach those through balls. Controlling that ball well there. Passing it off. Coming in for the step. It does well there, get the tackle, but Wake Forest still have possession. I think really they're bothering the Wake Forest team. This Wolfpack defense, they're doing well of putting them off, making them make mistakes. Forcing those errors is very vital in commanding that back four. Again, good win with the header. Good touch. I'm liking the communication, the movement from this Wolfpack team. It's definitely looking more promising now with a goal under their belt. And that's out, and that's going to be a Wolfpack throw. I thought that was going to be a Wake Forest throw, but it'll be... No, it is for the... Yeah, it's a Wolfpack throw. Yep. Good throw in. And Lester Barnes getting on the end of that one. How she got by those defenders again. My way, look at the pace. Ball in. Callie Creech. Oh, attempt on goal. Just over the bar. Linesman is signalling offside though, but did you see the movement from Ann Lester Barnes? Managed to whittle her way through. Similar move as she did when she scored. Little flick over the defender. Very nice to see that agility and ability there. Callie Creech there again on the end of it. But just over the bar. Even though she was offside, it's good to see that she was there for it. And that communication between the two of them, I think that's promising. And maybe that's something that they'll be able to cultivate moving forward with this season.
Do we know what year Callie Creech is?
She's a sophomore. Yeah. Yep, so this is her second year for the team. Ball's going forward. Wake Forest now with possession, trying to go wide. Oh my word, pass the ball right back to the Wolfpack. Now moving forward, now they have numbers. Not as many as the Wake Forest defense, but Ann Lester Barnes is on the ball, which means it's going to be a dangerous attack with one goal to her name so far in the day. Oh, that's a little bit dangerous. Referee letting that go though. Surprised there were not more uproars from the crowd there, but just me who was surprised. My word, straight in the back. Referee does well to control the game there, blowing the whistle. That was important, that was necessary. This may be a turning point here for the Wolfpack as well. Can they get another goal off this? What's the move here, Alex? Is it a ball into the back post? Ball into the middle?
I believe the back post here, make a run.
Yeah?
With number one maybe in the back post.
Yeah, Callie Creech is good. She's good at those those finishes, and she'll probably make a good looking run. We'll have to keep our eyes for that. Eyes open for that one. Looks like it's going to be a left-footed delivery. No, switches to her right foot. The last second strike on goal. Wow, just over the bar. Lovely effort. Kind of threw me about there. Thought she was going to use her left foot, whip the ball in, but she decided to go with her right. Alana Jefferson for NC State, number 9 for the Wolfpack. Quick change for Wake Forest. I believe they've taken off an attacker and put on a defender, shifting around the formation slightly. Number 22, Kate, has come on the field. And number 25, Caitlin, has come off. Wolfpack are keeping it down the Wake Forest. Final third there. Callie Creech couldn't quite do much, but that's okay. She try to keep that in. Try to not lose possession there on the side. Maybe there was going to be someone running. And there was Tessa Hansen was going down the line. But it was a bit too heavy a pass and not enough field for her to run to. Goal kick decides to go long, but not that long. Wolfpack header there from number 10, who has quite a bit of height. Anna Sheridan for Wolfpack. And now it is a free kick for NC State. Still 2-1 in the second half. little bit of a chat going on from both coaches there. The Wake Forest coach saying for his player to stay in front of the ball, which is obviously not good sportsmanship conduct there, and the NC State coach saying if she does hit her with the ball, that'll be a yellow card for the Wake Forest player. And she's now moved away. Ball's gone long. It's a lovely ball into the box, and keeper collects that calmly. Very good to see. Good technique there from the goalkeeper, cradling that one. Punted forward. Accurate punt there. Ball's kind of going all over the place there. I thought that Tessa Hansen had the ball. There's been a foul by Sheridan for the Wolfpack. A little bit of a nasty, after the ball was released, tackle in the back. Long ball forward from Wake Forest. Only as far as the NC State chest, though. Trying to go out in the wide. Does well to beat the defender. Shot on goal. That was surprising. Didn't see that coming. Alex Urango was better than mine there. Bit of power on that.
I did not see that coming. That had a leg behind it.
I thought that was going to be a cross.
She had a bad angle on the goal, in my opinion, and she still managed to get it on target.
Yeah, that's very impressive. Chance to cross here from Nikki. Puts it on frame, bouncing into the goalkeeper's hands. No problem there. She'll probably be upset with that. Still has 2 goals today, though. Maybe she's looking for her 3rd. Coming away with that hat-trick is lovely to go home with. Out for
This new NC State goalkeeper is looking confident, in my opinion, though.
Yeah. Yep. That's Anna Poston for NC State. Definitely calmer than the first half goalkeeper. You know. And again, collecting the ball nicely. Needs to find someone to distribute the ball to, though. I think she's going to go long. Does just that. Tries to put it on the right side. Lovely accuracy. Finds Creech, but can't quite win the ball there. Out-muscled by the defender. Trying to find Nikki again. Does that. Oh, my word. I could feel that shock there. Hansen puts the ball forward. She releasing Jefferson. The keeper comes out, clears it well. A little bit of deflection there. Alana Jefferson doing well to get there. If that had been, you know, Anne Lester Barnes, I think maybe she would have reached it. But alas, Wolfpack still have the ball. There's a Wolfpack throw. 2 subs here. Number 2 and number 18. So that'll be Lainey Larissa and Sylvana Salas for the Wolfpack. Tessa Hansen and Callie Creech coming off the field. Both sophomores. Both great players. Doing well today from both of them. Lovely energy from the 2 of them. Good work rate too. Wake Forest throw. I just caught the Wake Forest goalkeeper looking off into the distance behind the fence. Maybe that's signaling she's getting bored. If you see her sitting on the ground picking flowers, then you'll know it's true. But hopefully that won't come to that. That's a foul. Little nick from behind, I believe. Taking Sheridan down. Wolfpack will look to go long for this, I believe. They do just that. Ball forward on the left side. Headed out. Nope, still in. Does well to keep that in. I was sure that was going out. It's difficult to see. We can't actually see the line from where I'm sitting. State controlling the play well. Plays it out wide. Can she reach it? Not quite. Bit difficult there to control that ball. She was rather out of position of where the ball was moving. Lainey Larissa, number 2 for NC State. The Wake Forest throw. Gone down line. Nikki, good touch inside. Good strength. Working back there, Larissa. Can't quite win the ball. Ball's gone out of the Wake Forest throw in. Thrown in. No one quite has possession yet. Can't quite comment on that. Other than Jefferson coming out with the ball though. But Wake Forest shutting it down quickly. That'll be out for a Wolfpack throw. Number 7, Lauren Hayes, back on the field now for the Wolfpack. And number 3, Emma Lujubil is coming off. Good hustle from her. Some key tackles there in the midfield for the Wolfpack. Wake Forest moving forward. Deadly ball through. Finds Nikki. Trying to turn and strike. Very difficult skill to do. But blocked by a defender, and nonetheless, Jefferson decided to maybe hold off her run there. Good decision as the keeper clears that out, but not that far. A lot of spin on that. She had lots of time, so it was interesting to see why she rushed. I'm not sure why. Ball forward. Jefferson trying to reach that one. Look at the speed and the strength. Trying to muscle off the defender. Does well. I think she got the ball, but that's going to be a goal kick. Number 23, Ponga for Wake Forest. Just shocked there. Tossed to the ground. That impact has to hurt. Alex, when you play, basketball for the club team, have you ever been knocked to the ground?
Yes, quite a few times.
I'm sure that hurts a lot more than, the grass, but I think it's one of those things that happens and it kind of hits you hard in the heart as well, because you want to stay on your feet as much as you can.
You do. I'm also probably one of the smallest in size that you'll see out there playing club basketball, so I do get
you're thrown around a little bit.
A good bit.
You got to make up with that with your skill, though, right?
I try my best. I do. I like to play like I'm 6 inches taller and 50 pounds heavier than I actually am.
Well, that's good. Having some confidence as well, and as confidence as they're moving forward now. But cleared out with no problem there. Nikki for Wake Forest fell down there as she was trying to move forward. Looking for a long ball now, and that's gone straight out of bounds into the NC State bench. Shame, really, because I think she could have put the ball a bit of an in-swinger around the defenders and moving forward to the centre of the field would have been better. Good try there at Larissa. I thought that went off the Wake Forest defender. Big ball forward. Gone high in the air. Those ones are difficult to judge. Luckily, no sun in her eyes. And that's a foul. Wake Forest kick. Ball's gone forward. Not very far though. Trying to go on that left wing. I don't think they've been that successful on that side, to be honest. They really need to, come across the other side, maybe work their way around first, drag some defenders out. Maybe this new addition, Sarah Hitt, number 15 for the Wolfpack, can have some change to the flow. It's kind of settled down now, Alex. It's not as intense as it was after that Wolfpack goal. And the sun has kind of gone away now, so I can feel the mood changing slightly. What are your thoughts on that emotion that you can feel from the field?
Yeah, it's getting a little gloomy, if I do say so. There hasn't been much excitement. It hasn't been a shot on goal in a few minutes.
Yeah, it's been very back and forth.
But
opportunity here from wow, Nikki just put the ball over the side there, over the defender again, trying hard to get a shot on goal. But as you said, yeah, gloomy. Yeah, I can definitely feel that. And I think the weather does have a lot to do with that. But with this weather as well, it's cool. So you have that to your advantage as a player. You keep yourself cool. You want to be hydrated, obviously, of course. And they really need to start drinking water from like Thursday or so, making sure they're nice and hydrated up, because it's not just about the day of. You got to make sure your muscles are all good for the 80-minute game. Especially for these Wake Forest players, with this shallow roster they have to be able to go for the whole time.
They only have 2 subs on that bench.
And some of the players have been on the whole time, so, and now with Atlas Barnes streaking down the field with the pace she has, can she put a ball in for the Wolfpack? Gets by one, crossed in, does well to defend that, and she's now on the ground. Gets herself up there, no problem. I think ref has blown, so that's out. Center ref said Wolfpack throw, linesman said Wake Forest, that's still in. Oh, that's straight body. No ball in that challenge there from Larissa. Cleared out, but no forwards up the top there for Wake Forest. They calmed down quite a bit, the Wake Forest team, just focusing on defending. I believe they have 5 in the back now. maybe that's a tactical decision.
It's looking strong, too. It's looking like it's working.
Yeah,
Not
that
many-
wall, they're playing a decent line there. There haven't been many offside here today, but definitely, I think they're ready for that kind of a offside trap. So 2 subs here, 1 for the Wolfpack. Larissa coming off and Jefferson coming on. And number 25 for Wake Forest is coming on the field, Caitlin. And coming off is number 16, Emma. Ball's gone forward, big ball. Can she reach it? Jefferson cannot quite reach that ball there. Shame, she looked like she definitely had the speed to reach it, but the ball was just too pacey. Getting a drink there. And Lester Barnes, she needs to hydrate up, as I was just mentioning, especially with all the speed she's been exerting. Good header. Strong header as well. Brings the ball down. And Jefferson makes something of this. Good little touches. Can't quite get by. Wake Forest have dribbled that out though. So Wolfpack possession again. Good throw from Kohlberg. Gone down there, but just not quite good enough. Going straight through everyone. Nicole Kohlberg with a decent throw, but what was that? That's a penalty. Wow. Referee decisive with that one, just inside the box. I looked away for a second, so I didn't quite see what happened there. But it'll be a penalty for the Wolfpack. And they've had these before, right? Against ECU?
Penalties?
Yeah.
Not in the box.
No, in the box. They had free kicks then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't quite see who that is to take that. Moving forward now. Strikes it. And that's the back of the net from Jefferson. Not Jefferson, excuse me. Can't quite see who that is still. I saw a number 9. She's being surrounded by her teammates. Lovely to see that. High energy. That's 2-2 now. Wolfpack are back in this game for sure.
I think they have a lot of
Number 18,
confidence.
Savannah Salas there. Yeah, a lot of confidence now. Yeah.
I think it has a lot to do with the new goalie. If you have a lot of confidence
Yeah.
in your goalie, then you can play with ease.
I think it starts from the back. That's a good point there as well. Starting with the goalkeeper, channels through. The energy goes from her all the way through the back line, and the midfielders and the attackers. It starts from someone at the back, and just having her commanding presence on the field is important as well. Now 2-2. And Lester Barnes, look at the pace there. Really getting forward. Ball's gone out there, hits the fence.
Seems like an only option to kick it out when going against Ann Lassiter.
Yeah. And we mentioned that in the first half as well. That was the decision that a lot of them had made. Just get the ball out.
So if they end the game 2-2, do they have extra time?
No, I think because it's just league play.
Just
It
ends
just
in a
goes to
tie?
tie, and that'll be
Okay.
1 point for both teams in the league. Oh my word! That's just gone out, and it had me startled there. Almost got snuck by the goalkeeper in the near post, but the outside of the goal it hit. Gone short with the goal kick. Needs to bring that down. No control from either team here. But staying in the final third in the Wake Forest defensive end. Controls that chance to go for goal now. She's onside. Can she finish? Goes around the goalkeeper. And that's the back of the net. 3-2. And Lassiter Barnes, great finish. That's her second on the day. Well done from the Wolfpack. Superb work.
They do say the 2-0 lead in soccer is the worst lead that there is.
And why is that? Why is that? I've not heard that one before.
I've heard that you get complacent when you're up 2-0 early in the game like that. You get complacent and you stop playing so hard, and so it gives the opposing team just some confidence to come in after that first goal. They scored 2 quick goals there,
and they're pretty relatively close together. Well, those ones obviously. Now it is 3-2 NC State up. I think when you're at 2-0, you feel comfortable, but it's too comfortable. You shouldn't be at that comfort level with 2 goals. in the back of the net, especially 2-0, and then 2-1. You want to keep pushing. I'd say 3-0. That's a comfortable place. That's where you want to sit. All right. And Nikki, for number 14 for Wake Forest, has tried multiple times to have that opportunity as the ball rolls right at us at our table. But they haven't had any more opportunities really this half. NC State definitely more dominant in this second half. The strength of their players has definitely increased. The energy, the intensity, everything is there. Passing has been better. Finishing, obviously, as we've seen now, 3 goals, 2 from live play and 1 as a penalty. Either way, great play from this NC State women's club soccer team.
We'll see if NC State changes their play from offensive to defensive here now.
You know, I don't think they should change anything, really. If it's working now, keep it the same. They didn't really do much formation change to get those 3 goals. They've kind of kept the same back 4. There's not really been much change at all. Player change even for those defenders. Tactically, they don't need to do much. I think it has helped, though, that Wake Forest went to 5 in the back. And which is kind of ironic because, you know, you've got more defenders to deal with as an attacking force, but it allows for more people to make errors. And we saw that with the penalty opportunity as well. A defender made an error, and they got a penalty. And that's what happens. There's more people to make errors, there's a higher chance it's going to happen. And as you can see, NC State are pushing players forward. They don't have to worry about as many attackers now from Wake Forest. And this free kick, ball's gone forward. Look at the power behind their legs, but it's just gone out for a goal kick. She got quite a leg on her. Some good strength. It's very helpful to have a centre half who can kick the ball that far. Those kind of free kicks are important. On the field now, Emma Lujabil, number 3 for NC State. Oh my word, look at the strength there. Callie Creech duking her out there. Number 1 against number 1. Avery for Wake Forest falling on her butt there. Good throw forward. Trying to turn, couldn't quite do it. 2 defenders to deal with. Again, that happens when you have more in the back line for Wake Forest. You don't have as many people in the midfield as well, so you lose a little bit of control. And that's definitely been obvious here in this second half. Sorry about that, the wind was coming in quite strong. We're trying to cover our microphones for you. And ball has gone into the trees. One of my biggest fears when I'm playing is losing a ball, to be fair, because they're not cheap. Now both players for each team have a ball there. Wow, it's a big throw. And Lester Barnes now, opportunity to go forward. Look at the pace already. Trying to cross, couldn't quite do it. Deflection from the defender, that'll be a corner kick for the Wolfpack. They haven't been that successful from these corners so far today. One went out of bounds off the corner straight out. Neither team really have been able to capitalise on corners. Only set piece has been from that penalty today that's been successful. A couple free kicks today that were close, but nothing obviously successful. That corner again, not quite good enough. The delivery is not good enough for me. And obviously not for them either. But goalkeeper comes out well. It's not that hard to get above Callie Creech there. She is shorter than most, but she went for it. Goalkeeper came out, dealt with it well. I was worried for Callie Creech's safety there as the goalkeeper came out with her fist. I know how scary that is going up for those. Getting punched in the face and the back of the head even is not something you want to be experiencing during a game. Or any time, I'm sure. That's out for a Wolfpack throw. A little bit of a confusion there for Wake Forest.
Well, with their change in formation with more in the back, they seem to tag team every offensive player.
Yeah, sometimes that's helpful, you know, having 2 defenders on 1 attacker. But sometimes it's a bit clumsy, and if you don't have that good communication, you're going to have issues. Our wind is picking up again here at Upper Method Field. Not big enough of a change to really impact the game, but if it does bother the mics, I apologise for that. We have not learned how to control the weather just yet. Sub here for NC State. Number 19, Alison Luthen coming on the pitch. Thrown in, decent long throw. Tessa Hansen kind of confusing the defenders there, does well to win the ball back. Needs to find a pass, goes short with it. Oh my word, that's a nutmeg, but that is falling down there. Unfortunate for her, just clipped the defender's heel as she was trying to perform that move. Did get through her legs there, and Esther Barnes fighting hard there. That's a free kick for NC State. I'm liking that intensity from this Wolfpack side. They are up 3-2. They were down majority of the game up until recently, but they're not stopping. The train is still rolling. They need to get at least one more to be definitely comfortable. Interesting ball, not quite good enough. Need to be closer towards the goal and higher in the air to be a better delivery. Come out wide again, and that's out for a Wolfpack throw. Jefferson hands the ball over. Ellison Luthern with the throw. She's had some good ones today. Good distance on it. Trying to win that tackle. Can't quite best the Wake Forest defender. Trying to find Nikki. It's number 11, Bree, with the pass. Trying to turn. Almost out. Referee saying that's still in, though. Bit of a battle there between the two. I like that strength and that competition. It's good to have that in a soccer match. Keeper collects that calmly. State will have possession now. Ball's gone long and forward. Callie Creature's ended up on the ground, but she's back up again. She has the ability to get back up pretty quickly, which is so great to have. Looks like there's a bit of shirt pulling there. Trying to put the ball forward and trying to release, and Lester Barnes with a breakaway. I can feel it. She has the ball now, tries to pass. No, the referee's blowing the ball, blowing the whistle, calling the ball back. Be a Wake Forest free kick. Just inside the Wolfpack half. Pushing players up the field here. They're trying for a goal. So hard, this Wake Forest side. Trying to get it level again. Definitely missing their lead from earlier. 3-2 here at Upper Method Field to the Wolfpack. And that did not go very far, and that was not a successful free kick. And Lester Barnes has an opportunity to get going now. And that is the end of the match. 3-2. The Wolfpack come away victorious. An excellent day of soccer here at Upper Method Field here in Raleigh at NC State University. It's been a superb day. The weather's been lovely.
Thank you, guys.
Yep, and we'll be right back.
Locally owned and operated by an NC State graduate, the Red and White Shop is your one-stop shop for all things Wolfpack. Located in the Ridgewood Shopping Center off of Wade Avenue, the Red and White Shop recently expanded from 2,400 to 5,400 square feet. Whether you're in need of tailgating essentials, decals and magnets, home goods, apparel for people of all ages, or sporting goods, the Red and White Shop has it all. Stop by today for your NC State needs.
Hi there. You might wonder what a famous Hollywood celebrity like me is doing reading in the dark. Is this some new sort of Hollywood method acting? No, this is quite real.
Did you know that Americans use about 4 times as much energy per year as the global average? We waste energy left and right despite the fact that the dirty fossil fuels we use to power our energy sources wreak havoc on the natural world and destroys valuable wildlife habitats.
By reading with my solar-powered night vision goggles, I'm saving energy and looking sleek.
You don't have to sit in the dark like Ed Begley Jr. to save the world. Fight climate change by speaking up for cleaner, smarter energy, including rooftop solar.
Oh, that's way better. Oh.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
Back to Upper Method Field here. The Wolfpack were victorious today, 3-2 against Wake Forest. It's been a great game here today. The weather has been lovely. What are your thoughts, Lily, how this team played?
Yeah, I think it's all in the attitude that they kept the whole game. You know, they stuck with it and they managed to pull out the win.
Yeah. We'll be right back with the player of the match.
Our son Arjun was 6 weeks old and already had his first intestinal surgery when he was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. CF is a rare, genetic, life-shortening disease that affects every organ in the body and makes breathing difficult. At age 3.5, Arjun looks completely normal, but on his belly are scars from being in the operating room 9 times, which can be a reminder of our family's daily fight to extend his life. Thanks to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, we know we are not in this fight alone. When the foundation was founded in 1955, children with CF rarely lived long enough to attend kindergarten. Today, thanks to the foundation's groundbreaking research, advocacy, and care, some people with CF are attending college, getting married, and starting families. But there is still much work to be done. Until CF stands for Cure Found, for all people with CF, including those like my son Arjun, we will not stop. Help us add tomorrows. Visit cff.org today.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
This university is on a march to achieve our full potential.
We help empower each other to dream big and do big.
That's why I really love our slogan, Think and Do. When you get these folks from NC State, they don't mind rolling up their sleeves and getting their hands dirty.
Companies want to hire NC State students.
We make something impossible possible.
We've been equipped to go out there and do great things and to change the world.
It's in the DNA of the place. We're here to think and do the extraordinary.
Welcome back to Upper Method Field here. I'm joined by our player of the match, Ann Lester Barnes. How do you feel about those 2 influential goals you had today?
It was awesome. It was great weather, a good comeback. It was a fun game.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I've been Nathan White Ingram. Have a lovely day, and we're bringing you into the pack.